On Friday, at an emergency meeting, organized labor announced an imminent strike action from Monday, July 15, 2024, in protest against the National Pensions Regulatory Authority's approval for the sale of SSNIT's 60% shares in 4 hotels. Labor demanded that SSNIT terminates the process immediately, a call which was heeded to by SSNIT, who duly terminated the transaction after Rock City Hotel also withdrew their bid. Despite this, some stakeholders had further called for the removal from office of all the board and management of SSNIT due to lack of public confidence. To tell us more on this developing story, we have been joined on the line by the General Secretary of the Public Service Workers Union, Mr. Bernard Adjei. Good afternoon, Mr. Bernard Adjei.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to your listeners.
Thanks for joining us. Now, are workers supposed to be at post tomorrow, Monday, July 15, 2024?
Our communication, they are not supposed to be at post. Yeah.
So how long do we anticipate this strike action is going to last?
Well, so, there are issues. There have been engagements and discussions, not today, on this whole issues surrounding SSNIT. And let me make it clear, we are not talking only about the sale of hotels, but we are also talking about the governance of SSNIT and SSNIT investments, SSNIT assets, and the retirement situation or condition of workers of this country. So this didn't just happen yesterday or on Friday. All these things have been a public knowledge, public discussion over the years. In recent times, when the hotels issues came, we have made various attempts and have made various appeals to government as to what our demands and our positions are on the various issues confronting SSNIT. Unfortunately, the posture, the response from both government and then the other major stakeholders, especially SSNIT, have not been favorable to workers. And on Friday, workers decided that if we are not going to be listening to our usual structures and processes of stakeholder engagement and partnership, then of course, we also have a tool to use, and that is to lay down our tools until we are listening to on all issues affecting us and SSNIT.
So there have been some engagements with the presidency. Would there be further engagements? Or
well, for now, we have decided to take our action. There are so many questions. So was it possible for them to withdraw and listen to us and let us talk and recognize that SSNIT money and assets are workers' money? Was it possible? Did they have to wait until we embark on an action? Those are questions lingering. What I can say for now is that our action stands. The decision was taken at an organized labor meeting. With what has come up, we are going to have our meeting tomorrow. An organized labor meeting has been called for tomorrow. We have not called off the action. Our calling of the action will be dependent on our discussions tomorrow. We will consider all the factors and see if our issues and interests, so far as running of SSNIT, management of SSNIT, management of workers' money and their retirement issues have been adequately addressed. Then we'll take a decision whether we are calling off the action or not. But for all purposes and intent, as we speak, the action stands.
Mr. Adjei, there have been calls for the dissolution of the board and management of SSNIT. What is the position of organized labor on this matter?
Well, as I told you, in our meeting last Friday, all these issues came up for discussion. But we also, as organized labor, have a strategy of how we want to deal with this matter. So we are going to meet on Monday. Unfortunately, I can't put out our strategy on air. We are going to meet on Monday. I can only confirm that all these issues, as I said earlier, are part of issues that are of concern to us, organized labor. We discussed them partly on Friday. We decided to take an action. We have done that. Something has come up. We are going to meet tomorrow and assess the situation. If all our issues, so far as SSNIT, running of SSNIT, investments of SSNIT, and our retirement issues have been adequately addressed. So at this particular moment, I cannot speak to that, but only to say that they are all issues that are of concern to our members and citizens of this country. It will only be after tomorrow's meeting we will come out with our position on all these issues as organized labor.
Finally, before you go, is there anything you would want workers to know?
Well, what I would want workers to know is that we are powerful when we are united and we work with solidarity. It is very clear for them to see the unions would always stand for the interest of our members. And whatever we are doing, whatever actions we are taking, it is because we are listening to them. They have cried out to us. They wanted us to do this long ago. But we have always told them that there are processes and procedure and we have rules. We have followed all that. Where we have gotten to, it is only these actions that will let government and the appropriate authorities listen to us. So they should unite solidly behind us. We are doing what will protect our pensions, what will protect our money, workers' assets, and to ensure that when they go on retirement, they will get pension benefits that befit the sacrifices they make for this nation. So they should unite solidly behind organized labor and the unions. Tomorrow after our meeting, we will communicate to them the way forward.
Much, Mr. Adjei. So I just spoke to the General Secretary of the Public Service Workers Union, Mr. Bernard Adjei, and according to him, organized labor is expected to meet tomorrow to decide on the strike action. And as it stands now, workers are not expected to be at post.